Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from Atlantic City, New Jersey, he weighs in tonight at 215 pounds, Frank Donaldson.
Well, good to see Frank Donaldson back after quite a lengthy absence from the channel. Once again, he faces a very tough opponent.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, hailing from the Buckeye State and weighing in tonight at 290 pounds, Uncle.
Well, this man has defied the odds, stepping into the ring for his first match on the channel. Once suffered from the debilitating condition known as lumbago, but according to Uncle, he's cured himself. I find that very hard to believe. Lumbago, condition that has finished off many great athletes. But somehow this man walks to the ring without a care in the world. He is superhuman, to say the least. The question is it a mistake stepping back into the ring after being diagnosed with such a severe condition? We're about to find out here, and if Uncle can get the victory here tonight, he'll get a shot at the non-wrestlers champion, Homer Simpson. A lot on the line here for that man. Lumbago, I don't need to talk to you about how bad that is. Go and look at a medical book. Can Uncle somehow still perform in that ring despite his severe condition? But he seems to be getting off to a good start here. Kick to the gut. Take Donaldson down. A nice clothesline by Uncle, and Donaldson still with that PWO logo spray painted on his back. He just needs to win one match. If he does, he could afford the solution to remove that spray painted logo off his back, but he's yet to win one yet. Nice knee to the gut now by Uncle. Snapmare takes him down, and a nice drop kick to the back. Well, the lumbago doesn't seem to be affecting him yet. Oh, but don't turn your back on Frank Donaldson. And Uncle getting his face slammed into the mat. Bit of a legend around the New Jersey area is Donaldson. Certainly not a world championship level wrestler, but no slouch in that squared circle. Uncle finding that out now, as Donaldson really going to work on him. Nice block though by Uncle, right hand. He's almost letting Donaldson get a few licks in here. Uncle blocking again. Donaldson trying to throw any punches he can, but Uncle's so good at blocking. And now knocking Donaldson down, taking the timber bump. Oh, and that's going to hurt him. Now, how tough an athlete is, if you get hit in that area, you're going to be hurting. As Uncle now sends him for the ride off the ropes and nails him with a thunderous power slam. Despite the lumbago, Uncle putting up one hell of a performance here. Nice spear. Really taking out. He used to call him the one-shot kid in his youth. And he proved it there with that thunderous clothesline in the corner. Now picking Donaldson up. Uncle really impressing me thus far with this performance. Picking Donaldson up. Drops him face first, snake eyes. And Donaldson not having a good time of it at the moment. Now Uncle with a leapfrog. What the hell is he going to go for here? He comes off the top with a shooting star press. What a move. Surely that's going to be enough to put him away, but Donaldson... well, he doesn't give up, does he? A move that should have finished off any other athlete. Donaldson managing to get the shoulder up. Now Uncle on the top. Once again nails a diving clothesline. He may defeat his opponent here tonight. The biggest opponent he's ever faced, lumbago. He certainly kicked it up the arse. What a performance this has been. And now the mandible claw. His signature move. And Donaldson looks to be out after that. Now Uncle hooking the leg. Goes for the cover, and Uncle, Frank Donaldson couldn't defeat him. Lumbago couldn't defeat him. The question is, can Homer Simpson defeat him? He's going to get a shot at that belt in a few nights' time.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Uncle. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit, and it is for the non-wrestlers championship. Introducing first the challenger, he hails from the Buckeye State and weighs in tonight at 219 pounds, Uncle.
This man, his builder's facing one opponent tonight, that opponent being Homer Simpson with the belt on the line. Of course, this man has to face off against two opponents. An opponent a lot deadlier than Homer Simpson. We're talking about the debilitating condition known as lumbago. The fact that this man can even walk is a medical miracle. Doctors are baffled. Their heads are nearly exploding. How is this man even able to step into the ring, never mind wrestle, and compete at such a high level? The question is, can he overcome the two opponents here tonight? Can he beat Homer Simpson? And can he overcome his lumbago to finally walk away as a champion for the first time in the man's life? He's got 5 minutes to do it. We're about to find out. What a moment this is going to be either way.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. He hails from Springfield and weighs in tonight at 287 pounds, and he is the current reigning and defending non-wrestlers champion, Homer J. Simpson.
Well, we don't know who the deadlier opponent is. Is it Homer J. Simpson or is it lumbago? I'll tell you what, lumbago's ended many careers over the years, but Homer Simpson's certainly capable of doing that anyway. A mean competitor inside that squared circle of this capacity crowd showing their appreciation for this man. Could very well be the last time he walks that aisle with that belt around his waist. We've seen Uncle in action. Uncle coming out, making his debut. He didn't wait to be given a shot. He went right after Homer Simpson, the two men brawling. Homer Simpson was taken out with a mandible claw. Could history repeat itself tonight? Could Homer Simpson fall prey to that devastating finishing maneuver? Or can Homer Simpson defeat Uncle and keep hold of that belt? I cannot wait for this one, ladies and gentlemen. My job may be commentator. Probably the match I've been most looking forward to over all the years. Uncle fights two opponents here tonight. One of them being lumbago, the other being the big yellow man known as Homer Simpson. And no, that's not a racial comment. The Simpsons characters are yellow. It's not about race, as Homer Simpson picks him up now with a big side slam. And the man with lumbago being slammed into the mat right on his spine. Not a good start here for Uncle. He needs to avoid damage to the back. Look at Homer Simpson. Now you see that Homer Simpson clearly respects Uncle as a competitor. Normally Homer Simpson likes to stand in style, likes to trade blows and go be a heavy hitter. Picking a more methodical and scientific based approach here, trying to keep Uncle down on the mat so he can't hit any of those fast moves. Simpson's clearly done his homework in preparation for this match and comes charging in with a clothesline, but look at Uncle ducking out of the way. As now he picks Simpson up, thunderous hip toss there. Oh, look at that by Simpson, a low blow. Referee didn't see it. Score to be settled here. Homer Simpson didn't appreciate being attacked by Uncle after his match last week. As now Homer Simpson tries the Irish whip. Uncle putting the brakes on and a nice front dropkick. Well, he took a bump with his back there when he nailed that dropkick. His back seems to be holding together somehow, despite that severe condition he has. But look at this now, the two men trading blows. Homer Simpson being the aggressor of the two. Tries the clothesline, doesn't get the clean contact. Now Homer Simpson ringing the arm. Oh, what a painful move there. Trying to bend the arm the wrong way. The elbow joint is not supposed to bend that way. Takes Uncle down now as Homer Simpson goes to the top rope looking to hit a big move. Oh, and nails. The elbow drop right to the abdomen. Well, that could be enough. Uncle could be done for here. The leg is hooked, the shoulders down. Referee making a count on Uncle somehow. Despite everything working against him, Uncle managing to get that shoulder up and will survive a little bit longer here, but he needs to do something drastic to change the flow of traffic here. Homer Simpson has been dominant thus far, but look at this. Overconfidence on the part of Homer Simpson. And Uncle punishing him for that. And look at Uncle now with these blocks. Used to call him the one-shot kid. This man can throw hands like Mike Tyson, but he can't lift a big man like Simpson. Simpson, 278 pounds. Uncle trying to lift him up, and that's only going to exacerbate the lumbago factor. But look at that. Uncle still blocking the punches very nicely here as he sends Homer Simpson into the corner. Comes running in, and a thunderous drop kick right to the heart. This man, this medical miracle, still fighting away. Homer Simpson sent for the ride off the ropes. Beautiful power slam. Now Uncle finally finding his groove, but look at Homer Simpson. Don't turn your back on your opponent. Manages to avert disaster there. Nice swinging net breaker by Uncle. And now Uncle going to the top rope. Looking to hit one big move to finally put this match away. Goes for the diving clothesline. And now Uncle on the top again. Drops the big elbow. Oh, Simpson could be in trouble here. Is he going to go for the mandible claw? No, he's not. Uncle sending him off the ropes once again. Tries picking him up again. Remember the lumbago, Uncle. You can't do things like that. And gets caught in the head with that clothesline by Homer Simpson. Well, that could be the final mistake. And look at that. More damage to the back. To the lower region of the spine. Man, he'll have to be wheeled out here in a wheelchair, that's for sure. As Simpson comes diving off the top rope, but Uncle somehow getting out of the way and just knocking him down. Less than a minute left on that timer. Uncle's got very little time if he wants to win that championship. Nice spear though. And now Uncle, maybe he's going to go for the finish. Maybe he's going to go for the mandible claw and put Homer Simpson. What? Oh no. Well, this is a classic symptom of lumbago. He can't support his weight with his legs. Oh, come on, Uncle was so close to winning. I thought he was going to hit the mandible claw. But the condition that has crippled many men, that has destroyed families, it got the better of him in the end here. Uncle looked like he was going to win. His body let him down. A win for Homer Simpson, and unfortunately, a win for the severe condition known as lumbago.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still the non-wrestlers champion, Homer J. Simpson.
Well, Uncle's body let him down. You've got to believe that if he could have nailed the mandible claw there, it'd be him holding that belt, but nonetheless, doesn't matter what happens in that match, you've got to go for the win when you see the opportunity. That's exactly what Homer Simpson did. You've got to give him full credit, and he is still your non-wrestlers champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from Texas and weighing in tonight at 159 pounds, Coffeezilla.
Well, Coffeezilla, a man that exposes scams and exposes wrongdoing, and you know what? The majority of this man's work has been absolutely phenomenal, but I think he's gone way over the line recently in his latest video, making some really horrific allegations without any evidence, trying to claim that Uncle doesn't really have lumbago and he's just faking it. Well, I saw that match a few nights ago and he certainly was not faking. I think Coffeezilla really needs to sort his head out at the moment. Not what you'd expect from this young man.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from the Buckeye State and weighing in tonight at 219 pounds, Uncle.
Well, the real score has got to be settled here. Coffeezilla spreading all kinds of lies and slander about Uncle's lumbago, and it was a miracle that the man's even able to compete in the ring. We saw it get the better of him. He had a match against Homer Simpson for that non-wrestlers championship. Uncle looked very close to winning that match, and the debilitating condition, the career killer known as lumbago, took hold of this poor unfortunate man, struck down in his physical prime, but nonetheless Uncle says despite the lumbago he's going to have another shot. If he can beat Coffeezilla here tonight, he'll get that shot against Homer Simpson, but I don't see it happening. People have come back from many things, broken necks, broken backs, all kinds of injuries, but those things are nothing compared to what this man has to carry around with him every day. Lumbago, a serious condition, and I think Uncle's better off just hanging up the boots here. I don't think he should be stepping in the ring. Nonetheless, the match is going to go ahead. Coffeezilla taking on Uncle, and look at that, Coffeezilla, a much smaller man, and that just shows you how bad lumbago really is. Uncle would normally have the power advantage, but such a debilitating condition, he's zapped all of his physical strength as well. And look at Coffeezilla going to work on the back. Coffeezilla said he's going to prove once and for all tonight that lumbago is a load of old nonsense. What an ignorant point of view. Well, I've really gone off the man ever since hearing him say that. As Uncle really struggling, and understandably so. He had a big flare-up a few nights ago. Nonetheless, nice block and a right-hand look at Uncle. What an inspirational story it'd be if we could get back another title shot, but very, very unlikely. But look at Uncle battling away like the warrior, the fighter that he certainly is. He's got a point to prove here against Coffeezilla. Running on nothing but adrenaline. But it may not be enough, and Coffeezilla taking Uncle down to the mat. Oh, come on. A literal low blow. Not only the accusations, but that was actually a low blow there. And now trying to hyperextend the knee as if he hasn't got enough problems with his back. Trying to take the man's leg out as well. Coffeezilla deciding to break that hold. Still going to work on Uncle here, who's really struggled in this match. The referee calling for a clean break in the corner. And oh my god, a cheap shot. Coffeezilla really not being the babyface here tonight. He's throwing his reputation right out of the window and just dives off the top rope, taking Uncle down. What has got into this man? Does he have no sympathy for a man's condition and a big back body drop? Clearly not. Well, we're going to need a stretcher here for Uncle. Taking such a big back bump, and now the lateral press, the shoulders down, but somehow Uncle getting the shoulder up. He will not die, that is for sure. As now Coffeezilla sends him heavily into that turnbuckle and comes charging in with a heavy shoulder thrust to the midsection. Coffeezilla not going on easy on a man with a debilitating back condition. Big power slam. And now Coffeezilla saying he's going to finish Uncle off. I don't see anything that Uncle could do here to stop this. Well, maybe I've been proven wrong there, because Uncle turning him around. Nice reverse DDT. Coffeezilla gets back to his feet and gets nailed with a thunderous clothesline. I'll tell you what, Uncle will not let this illness defeat him. And another clothesline by Uncle. What an effort this is. Unbelievable stuff. The heart of a warrior. And a spear. Really taking Coffeezilla down. Now right hands to the face. Is this man even human? How is he doing this? As he picks Coffeezilla up and drops him sternum first right into the canvas. And now Uncle taking a big risk, going to the top and nails a big elbow right to the heart of Coffeezilla. That'll teach him to make up slanderous lies about his opponent. And a nice swinging net breaker by Uncle for good measure. And now look at Uncle. The medical miracle. Getting too confident. Oh, but turning his back on Coffeezilla and gets nailed with a bulldog. He looked for a moment there like Uncle may have been about to win, but too overconfident, too happy with his handiwork, and now Coffeezilla is going to go on to get the title shot. No, he's not. Well, he should have been. Uncle just will not quit here. Maybe there is a cure for lumbago. Maybe it's complete determination, because Uncle seems to be defeating it at the moment, but Coffeezilla taking him down with a nice reversal. Coffeezilla wants to face Homer Simpson as well. He wants a shot at the non-wrestlers championship. He's going the right way about it, but look at Uncle now on the top rope and nails a thunderous double axe handle right to the face. And Uncle saying he's going to finish it. There's no way he can beat Coffeezilla, not in his condition. There's no way. And once again, maybe he's proved me wrong though. The mandible claw applied. His signature move. Coffeezilla completely helpless. And now Uncle with the leg tucked. The shoulders are down. And unbelievable, this man has defied the odds again. Uncle will be getting another shot at Homer Simpson.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Uncle.
If you'd have told the doctors this had happened, they'd have called you a lunatic. But he's made it somehow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit. And it is for the Non-Wrestlers Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from the Buckeye State and weighs in tonight at 219 pounds, Uncle.
The medical miracle somehow still coming out here and still trying to fight. Uncle had a shot at Homer Simpson last week and it looked like he was going to win. It looked like he was going to achieve his dream and finally become a wrestling champion. But unfortunately, debilitating condition that struck this man down many times, struck again. The condition known as lumbago prevented him from getting the victory, caused him to get nailed. With a vicious Simpsons edge by Homer Simpson. He's going to get another opportunity here tonight. Got to believe if he can't do it here, it's going to be game over for his wrestling career.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent. He hails from Springfield and weighs in tonight at 278 pounds, and he is the current reigning and defending non-wrestlers champion, Homer J. Simpson.
But what can you say about Homer J? Perhaps the greatest non-wrestlers champion we've ever known. He's took on all comers recently. Looks pretty unstoppable ever since regaining that belt from Peter Griffin. He's got to face the same challenger again tonight he faced on the previous occasion. Homer Simpson has to be full of confidence here because after last time Uncle's body letting him down towards the end of that match, Homer Simpson winning quite easily after the lumbago struck, but Homer Simpson's a smart cookie. He's not going to go into this complacent. He'll treat Uncle as he treats any other opponent, with the utmost respect. The bell rings now and these two men set to square off for the second and probably final time. Uncle has an opportunity here, a second chance, a chance at redemption. Just needs to hope that his body will hold together. And a little bit of back and forth in the early going, but look at Simpson gaining the advantage with those right hands to the face. Simpson trying to take the early advantage and a nice sidewalk slam. That's not going to help the lumbago, dropping him right on the lower part of the spine. And Simpson may think that's enough to put Uncle away in his current condition. Uncle's got a lot left in the tank. Nothing but heart and determination, but drops him chest first into the canvas. And Uncle really not putting in a good performance thus far. And look at Homer Simpson just trying to keep the man neutralised now. Side headlock on the canvas. Keeps the man grounded, will picks him up now. Sends Uncle into the corner. Simpson charges in with a thunderous forearm right to the face. And Uncle is really getting dominated now by the non-wrestlers champion, Homer Simpson. Maybe Uncle should have just left it at that first opportunity. Maybe he's not capable of putting in a good performance here in a thunderous power slam. Leg is hooked, the shoulders down. Uncle managing to get out just after the 2 count. Look at Uncle trying to fight away against big Homer Simpson. To no avail, and now Simpson choking him along that middle rope. Uncle really not having a good performance here. Simpson firmly in control as he goes to the top rope, looking to hit a high risk move. Tries the double axe handle. Uncle getting out of the way in a nice bulldog. With Simpson taking a risk there. In my opinion, a risk he didn't need to take. He was firmly in control. He didn't need to do anything like that. And look at Uncle now. He's gained the advantage thanks to that mistake by Simpson. Maybe the opening this man has been waiting for all his life. He sends Simpson into the corner on a nice drop kick. Incredible athleticism despite the illness that he suffers with, that he carries around with him every day, and now tries a elbow drop off the top, but Simpson with a nice counter. A glimmer of hope there, just disintegrating before our very eyes. And now Homer Simpson regains his place as the dominant athlete in this match here, as he sends Uncle for the ride off the ropes. Well, nice counter though. Uncle turning him around. Now comes from behind. Nice backbreaker by Uncle. Looked like Uncle's chances were done. Going to the top once again. And this time having more success with that double axe handle. Oh my God, right to the ghoulies. Referee telling him to pack that in right away, and as he should do, as he comes charging in now with a thunderous swinging net breaker. Uncle really finding his groove now, but just under 2 minutes left on the clock. He can't win in that time. He will not be walking away with that belt. Time not on his side here as he tries the Irish whip. Nice reversal by Simpson and a thunderous clothesline, nearly knocking the man's head off. Uncle gets back up. Simpson just slams his head into the canvas. As Simpson now sends Uncle for the ride, picks him up. Nice spine buster by the champion. And now Simpson saying it's curtains time. It's game over for Uncle. Oh no. No, we thought this could have happened, ladies and gentlemen. And the lumbago has struck again here. And look at Simpson. What a sportsman he is. Not going in for the attack. He knows that a crippling condition affecting this man. And, oh, this match just needs to be stopped. Oh, wait a minute. Uncle charging in with a spear. But I thought the lumbago was affecting him. So did Simpson. Or maybe Coffeezilla was right. Maybe the lumbago was just a big act. The mandible claw on Simpson. The leg is hooked. The shoulder's down. And Uncle has swindled his opponent. He's swindled all of us here. And he's become champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and the new non-wrestlers champion, Uncle.
Well, I feel cheated, but not as cheated as Homer Simpson will feel. We all thought that lumbago was a serious condition. Coffeezilla exposed the scam a few nights ago. We didn't believe him. Maybe the lumbago was all a big setup, and Uncle using that to play possum, and he's cheated Homer Simpson here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from Springfield and weighing in tonight at 278 pounds, Homer J. Simpson.
Homer J. Simpson, less than 1 week ago, was living life to the full with that non-wrestlers championship firmly around his waist. Until he met Uncle, a man that had pleaded poverty, a man that had pleaded like he had this debilitating condition known as lumbago. I certainly fell for it, and Homer Simpson certainly fell for it, hook, line and sinker. And towards the end of that match, when it looked like Homer Simpson was going to retain his belt comfortably, it appeared as if the condition known as lumbago had struck Uncle. He couldn't stand up, he couldn't stay on his feet, and Homer Simpson, being the athlete and the sportsman that he is, refused to go in for the kill, taking pity on the man with his bad condition. And it was all a ruse. Uncle with a setup, faking an injury in order to get the sympathy of Homer Simpson. And when he did let his foot off the gas, attacking him and laying him out to steal his championship, Homer Simpson needs to win this match. If he doesn't, he won't be getting another shot at his belt.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from Quahog, Rhode Island, and weighing in tonight at 252 pounds, Joe Swanson.
Well, number one contenders match, Homer Simpson needs to win this to get a shot at his belt and to get a rematch against Uncle. But let me tell you, this man was in a wheelchair. We remember the feud between Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin. Homer Simpson sent Peter Griffin packing, sent him away from the channel. Joe Swanson so angered by what happened to his friend that he regained the ability to walk, and he's been training, he's been waiting for this moment for months and months. He said he's got one goal in mind, and that is to dispose of Homer Simpson, to get him away from the channel, just like he did to his good friend Peter Griffin. A man on a mission. And we're not talking about Mabel and Mo. Joe Swanson, a man with upper body strength that defies the laws of physics and gravity, and look at that, winning out in that lock-up exchange, the powerhouse Joe Swanson. If he had a normal lower body, he'd probably weigh in at 300 pounds, but of course he's only just regained the ability to use his legs, and look at really going to work on Homer Simpson. Joe Swanson, not a man that Simpson has a grudge with, but he's been waiting for this opportunity. A very angry man and just really doing a number at the moment on the former champion. Simpson in a real bad way as this absolute powerhouse Joe Swanson is just beating the bejesus out of him. Homer Simpson a long way away from getting a shot at that title, getting an opportunity to regain it. The way things are going at the moment, Joe Swanson's going to be the one challenging Uncle as he leans all of that weight across him, throw it against the middle rope. And this could be enough to put Homer Simpson away here, but Homer Simpson just about managing to cling on for dear life. Look at Swanson, he's not stopping the attack. Big double X handles to the lower spine of Simpson. Really in trouble now as Swanson just throws him to the outside. And this could get dangerous here. Nothing good can come of the match coming to the outside of the ring as Joe Swanson sends him. Simpson right into that barricade and nails him with a thunderous clothesline. This has been all Joe Swanson thus far. Homer Simpson is getting absolutely destroyed. Manages to reverse the Irish whip. Maybe this is the first opportunity for Simpson. He needs to make the most of it here. And just slams Swanson's head right into that metal ring post. Could have a count out victory here. Referee on the count of 7. Joe Swanson needs to get back to his feet. Swanson needs to get in. Count of 9 and just about making it back in there. Simpson nearly winning by count out despite being absolutely dominated in this match, and this is continuing. Look at Swanson go like a man possessed. Rings the arm. Nice short arm clothesline by the resident of Quahog, Rhode Island. Simpson doesn't have a hope in hell here in my opinion, and a thunderous hip toss. The upper body strength of Joe Swanson, too much for Simpson, but look at this, goes to the top, and that was a mistake. The first mistake he's made. The question is, can Simpson capitalise on it? He needs to, otherwise he's finished. Nice spear by Simpson. And now Simpson just taking Swanson down on the mat with that side headlock. He just needs a moment to get his bearings here. Simpson really struggling. And maybe now is the opportunity for Homer Simpson to launch an attack. Tries the clothesline, comes short, but still throwing the strikes and rocking Swanson. Choking him against that middle rope. Simpson appears to have gained the upper hand. Now this is a risk. And drops the big elbow off the top. That could be enough to finish Swanson off as he hooks the very spindly legs. But Swanson a long way away from being finished off. Simpson finding it out. He got the shoulder up so quickly out of that pin. Simpson undeterred, still launching the attack. Nice reversal into a hammerlock. Swanson just taking the legs out from under him. Now trying a top rope move once again. Comes off with the elbow right to the heart of Simpson. With those ginormous elbow joints and biceps and triceps and other muscles that I can't think of the names of. Swanson is a force to be reckoned with. The way he sees it, he's in the right. He wants revenge for his friend Peter Griffin. And when a man thinks he's right, he better not stand in his way. But Simpson, though, with a nice reversal, throws Swanson into the corner. Simpson's going to go big here. He knows he needs to. And a big superplex off the top. Both men taken out by that move. And Simpson now getting to his feet. Swanson soon following him. And now look at Simpson. Can he nail it on the big man? The Simpsons Edge, the finisher manoeuvre that has devastated many men and broke many women's hearts. I don't know how that works, but nonetheless, the cover, the leg is hooked. And Simpson victorious. He will be getting a rematch for his belt. He will be getting a shot at the champion uncle.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Homer J. Simpson.
2 nights time, Simpson versus Uncle, the rematch. Can Simpson regain the belt? We will find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit. And it is for the non-wrestlers championship. Introducing first the challenger. He hails from Springfield and weighs in tonight at 278 pounds, Homer J. Simpson.
Homer Simpson last week was the champion. That's until he encountered Uncle in that squared circle. And Uncle really tricked everybody, including Homer Simpson. We all thought he was suffering from lumbago. We saw it get the better of him in a previous encounter, and it looked like the same had happened in that match last week with the title on the line. Homer Simpson taking pity on the man's condition, and when he did, when he backed away, when he showed some compassion, he was absolutely punished for it. Uncle tricked us all. There was nothing wrong with his back. And when Homer Simpson was at his weakest, showing some mercy, he was cheap-shotted by Uncle and it cost him his belt. He's got the opportunity here tonight to regain it. There'll be no mercy from Homer Simpson tonight, that's for sure. The question is, can he regain that non-wrestlers championship?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent, hailing from the Buckeye State and weighing in tonight at 219 pounds, Uncle.
Well, despite tricking us all, the fans still seemingly on the side of Uncle, still getting a great ovation. Very liked character is Uncle, but he can't use the same trick here tonight against Homer Simpson. He's not going to fall for it again. He may have angered the beast known as Homer J. Simpson here. In my opinion, very, very unlikely that Uncle is going to be able to walk away with that belt unless he can come up with another trick. Known as the one-shot kid in his youth, he's going to have to live up to that nickname here tonight. If he doesn't, he's going to be walking away without that belt around his waist. Here we go, the match is underway. The bell rings, the third encounter between these two. Homer Simpson defeating Uncle on the first occasion. Uncle tricking him on the second occasion, and look at that, he tricked him there with that cheap shot. Simpson should have known better. Placing trust in his opponent. And it was doing that on the previous occasion that cost him his championship. Now tries the Irish whip, Simpson putting the brakes on. Uncle is a tricky customer. Simpson should know that by now, and a nice shin breaker by the former non-wrestlers champion Homer Simpson. Trying to go to work on the leg sound strategy. We know there's nothing wrong with his back, you might as well go for a different body part. Submission maneuver applied here. Simpson deciding to break that leg hold he had on Uncle. Now dropping the elbows. And Uncle seemingly in a vulnerable position here, flat out on the canvas and at the mercy of the Yellow Warrior. So Homer J now picks him up, sends him into the corner, comes charging in, but nice reversal by Uncle and a drop kick. A crafty wrestler is Uncle, improving that there, but look at that, just slapping the drop kick out of the way. Nice counter by Simpson, now choking Uncle along that middle rope. And of course, things different on this occasion. Simpson, normally the champion, tries the clothesline. Nice hip toss by Uncle, and as I was saying, Simpson was the champion. He had the advantage of the 5-minute time limit, but now that advantage firmly with Uncle. As he hits a beautiful diving clothesline off the top, could be enough to put Homer Simpson away and retain that championship, but Simpson just powering out the larger of the two men. Using that size to his full advantage, now just slamming Uncle's head right into the canvas. Simpson goes up top, and look at that nice counter by Uncle. Sticking the knees up and knocking all in the air out of Simpson and knocking a lot more out of him now. Punches to the nether regions, the referee warning him. I suppose if he got disqualified he would keep hold of that belt, and now look at Uncle. Certainly full of confidence and happy with his efforts, but don't turn your back on Simpson. Nice bulldog. Mistake by Uncle, now Simpson perched on the top rope, comes diving off, tries the double axe handle. Smart move by Uncle, getting out of the way, but not out of harm's way yet as he gets nailed with another bulldog. And now Simpson picks him up, perches him on his shoulder, nice power slam. Just over 2 minutes left in this match. But if Simpson can't win by pinfall or submission before that time limit expires, he will not be walking away with that belt. Uncle will retain the title, and now Uncle going to the top now, waiting for Simpson to get to his feet. Tries a double axe handle of his own. Now Simpson goes up top, tries the elbow, and poor move. Uncle was facing him, expecting that move, and it wasn't the time to launch a high-risk attack. Nice power slam by Uncle. Now the leg is hooked, the shoulder's down, but look at that. The shoulders weren't down for long. Simpson seemingly more determined than I've ever seen him in this athlete's short career. Nice backbreaker. As now Simpson goes up top once again, waits for Uncle to get to his feet, and a poor move again. I think he may have slipped off the top rope there. Trying to launch an elbow to the head. Just lost his footing on that top rope. Now sends Uncle for the right, and a nice tilt-a-whirl slam by Homer Simpson. And now Simpson saying he's going to put it away. If he hits this, he's going to regain his championship, that's for sure. Can Uncle do anything here to prevent Simpson from finishing him off? I don't think so. Simpson picks him up. He's got him in position. The Simpsons edge. Well, this match surely over. Wait a minute, though. It can't be. That's Dutch van der Linde. I thought he was dead. Dutch van der Linde died in the early 1900s and in 2024 on this channel. But clearly he's still alive, and he's going to work on Simpson. This match ending in disqualification. Now look at Dutch taking out the referee. And Dutch van der Linde has saved his gang member's title reign here. But what the hell is he doing here is the bigger question, as he picks Homer Simpson up and nails him with that atomic drop. Oh, come on, Simpson had this match won, there's no doubt about that. If the Dirty Dutchman himself doesn't come out, Simpson regains that belt. And now look at this, right hands to the face. Simpson is busted and bloodied. We need some help out here. And now Dutch with that gut wrench powerbomb. Oh, come on, you finished the man off now. And now Uncle going to work on the knee, while Dutch van der Linde gets the cheap shots, stamping on the man's head. This is an absolute disgrace. I'll tell you what, the fans were on Uncle's side at the start of this. They're certainly not now. And look at van der Linde. Come on, that is an official referee of this channel. Nails him with the atomic drop. If I was any use in this situation, I'd be straight out of my seat, but I don't think I'd be much use against these two men. And now with a steel chair is Dutch van der Linde. And right across the head. Homer Simpson should have regained his belt. He should have won the match. He had the match won. And unfortunately, disqualification and what seems to be a van der Linde gang reunion, not something we need on the channel. This is not good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, hailing from Lazy Town and weighing in tonight at 224 pounds, Robbie Rotten.
Robbie Rotten making his pro wrestling debut here tonight. Normally he'd have his attention turned to Spartacus, an enemy that he's determined to take down, but tonight he's going to have to take down a very different moustache-wielding enemy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by the non-wrestlers champion Uncle, hailing from Pennsylvania and weighing in tonight at 231 pounds, Dutch van der Linde.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday night, this man, the leader of the van der Linde gang, Dutch van der Linde, will be going one-on-one with Homer Simpson. Simpson, the former non-wrestlers champion, tried to win that belt back from Uncle just under 1 week ago. But Uncle managed to retain the belt after Dutch van der Linde, this man, returned to the channel. We've not seen him for a long time. We assumed he was dead. Coming back and causing the disqualification, allowing his gang member, Uncle, to keep hold of his belt for a little bit longer. If Homer Simpson fails to beat Dutch van der Linde, he won't be getting a rematch for the belt. Let's look at this though, Robbie Rotten with a big drop kick, and look at this. Oh my god, well, Robbie Rotten getting a little bit too excited there. You can't get excited in the ring against a man like Dutch. Otherwise you'll be exiled right back to Guam. What this man will do, he'll throw you on a boat, promise a better life, and then just leave you And an absolute hellhole as Dutch van der Linde really going to work now. And Robbie Rotten sends him for the ride off the ropes. Comes behind with a sleeper hold. He may belong in Lazy Town after this because he may fall asleep. Devastating submission manoeuvre. Dutch van der Linde deciding to hold it but staying on Robbie Rotten here. Look at this nice belly to back suplex by Dutch. And he's ready for Homer Simpson. Oh, wait a minute. Uncle on the apron. What the hell is he doing? Distracting the referee. Oh, and come on. A kick to the nether regions of poor Robbie Rotten. And now Dutch, that thunderous move, dropping Robbie Rotten right on his head. Oh, we may have a quick finish here. The lateral press. The shoulders down. And Dutch van der Linde makes quick work with some help from Uncle. Makes quick work of Robbie Rotten. He is your winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Dutch van der Linde.
Well, I feel sorry for Homer Simpson. Dutch van der Linde with a dominant victory. He's going to really have his work cut out on Saturday night when he has to face this man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from Pennsylvania and weighing in tonight at 231 pounds, Dutch van der Linde.
Well, the moment of destiny arrives here for Homer Simpson. The former non-wrestlers champion, Uncle, now holds that belt. He was screwed out of it last week. Homer Simpson looked to have had the match won in a rematch against Uncle until this man came out, the leader of the van der Linde gang. Homer Simpson wins here tonight. He'll get a rematch against Uncle at the big event coming up December 26th. We're talking about Boxing Day Brawl.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, hailing from Springfield and weighing in tonight at 278 pounds, Homer J. Simpson.
Homer J. Simpson just doesn't look right without that non-wrestlers championship around his waist. He'd love to regain it. Unfortunately for Homer, he's not going to get another shot at that belt until he beats this man. And look at Dutch van der Linde ducking out, going right after Homer Simpson. He's not waiting for him to get to the ring, but it may have backfired here. Simpson going right after him. My God, we've got a brawl on the outside here. The match hasn't even started. As van der Linde now sending Simpson into the barricade, going all out attack. Can't say that van der Linde doesn't care about his gang members. He cares more about Uncle keeping hold of his belt than anything else in this world, and he'll do what it takes. He proved that last week when he came out and attacked Simpson. And now Dutch with a drop kick against the barricade, and another one. Homer Simpson has to stare the devil in the eyes here as Dutch van der Linde tries the Irish whip. Simpson putting the brakes on, sends him in that steel turnbuckle and rams his head right into it. He's going to think he's in Guarma now after such a heavy shot to the head and thunderous clothesline by Simpson. We need to get this match in the ring though. The bell will not ring until both men in the ring. We may not even get the match here the way this is going. And look at Dutch van der Linde with a low blow on the outside. The same thing he used a couple of nights ago to beat Robbie Rotten. And now, thank God, finally, van der Linde sending Simpson into the ring. We may actually have the match on the way here. The bell rings. Oh my God, Simpson just firing out of the blue with a big clothesline. Simpson putting up one hell of a fight here against the Dirty Dutchman and slams his face right into the canvas. Oh, Simpson's on fire here. He wants revenge on the man that cost him the non-wrestlers championship. But look at this. Now choking van der Linde right against that middle rope. And now Simpson looking to take a risk, looking to fly. Tries the elbow off the top, but nice reversal by Dutch van der Linde. Getting the knees up, knocking all of the air out of Simpson. A must win here tonight for Homer Simpson. If he doesn't win, his hopes and dreams of regaining that non-wrestlers championship will surely be over. As now van der Linde with a heavy knee strike to the face of Simpson. As now hooking the arm. Beautiful snap suplex by the leader of the van der Linde gang. And now van der Linde going for the cover, but too close to the ropes. Thankfully the referee noticed. You remember the Tahiti screwjob that took place roughly 1 year ago on the channel. We don't want a repeat of that, ladies and gentlemen. Is Homer really struggling now? Van der Linde rolling him up, and once again too close to the ropes. Lack of experience in that professional wrestling ring on the part of Dutch, maybe, as now Simpson sends him for the ride off the ropes and nearly decapitates him with that thunderous clothesline. And now Simpson trying to go up top once again, and once again it doesn't work. Van der Linde getting there first and just slamming him off. Maybe Van der Linde saying he's going to finish the match off here. Maybe curtains here for Homer Simpson, or maybe not. He slips out. Nice drop block, taking the legs out right from under Dutch Van der Linde. Simpson now sends him for the ride once again. Beautiful power slam and the cover. Homer Simpson could be getting his shot at Uncle and the Non-Wrestlers Championship. No, he's not. Dutch Van der Linde managing to slip out. Collar and elbow tie up now by Dutch. Simpson goes behind, nice reversal elbow to the back of the head. And what's he going for here? Full Nelson slam. And maybe this time it'll be third time lucky off the top rope. And it certainly is. Beautiful elbow drop by the resident of Springfield. And now Simpson saying he's going to finish this match off. Dutch Van der Linde may be in some trouble here. As now Simpson sends him into the corner. Comes running in, nice clothesline. Van der Linde's game plan may be unraveling here. Manages to fight out of that though. Picks Homer Simpson up, going for the atomic drop. But look at Simpson wriggling out into a bulldog. What a counter that was, to just pull out of the bag out of nowhere. And now Simpson with a total wall slam. Look at the power. The power of Simpson on full display here. Maybe too much for Van der Linde. As now Simpson sends him into the corner. Is he going for the Tiger Bomb, looking to finish the match off? One of his finishing maneuvers. Nails it beautifully. Oh, but wait a minute. Surely the match one, Uncle coming out. And look at Simpson fighting him as well. Oh, Uncle with a spear. And the bell rings. This match is going to end in disqualification. So Simpson is the winner. He will get a shot at Uncle December 26th at Boxing Day Brawl. But he's got to worry about the 2-on-1 situation at the moment. The way things are going here, he may not make it to that match. He may be in no condition to perform. These two men really doing a number on him. Knee to the head by Van der Linde. Homer Simpson needs a helping hand here. Oh, what the hell? Maybe this is it. Who's that? Oh my God, it's Bart Simpson. We said he needed a helping hand. He may have got it from his own flesh and blood. Bart Simpson coming out here. The odds have been evened on the Van der Linde gang. German suplex to Dutch. Simpson going up top. Bart Simpson, big crossbody. Homer Simpson was a step ahead. The Van der Linde gang thought they'd have a 2-on-1 advantage. They didn't know. Bart Simpson clearly waiting in the wings. And ready to strike. Knocking Uncle to the outside. Oh no, but Dutch Van der Linde going to the outside of the ring, and he's got a ring bell. A standoff here between Bart and Dutch. Oh, look at that though, Bart snatching it off him. Nails Dutch Van der Linde, rings his bell with that ring bell. My God, the Simpson family have really turned the tables here on the Van der Linde gang. This is absolute carnage, and I can't believe this, ladies and gentlemen, but we are out of time. If you want some great created wrestlers in your game, but without going through the lengthy process of creating them yourself, well, I can help you out with that. If you play on PS2 or PS2 emulator, I can create just for you a custom save data file and preload it with up to 30 created wrestlers that you have chosen. If you're interested, send me an email at pastgengamingemail@gmail.com. My email is linked on the main channel page, and I can also do this for the PSP, but on PSP I can only do save files for the European version of the game.